Hey, Shalom. First off, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakwadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and rest would like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, I can get something from this video. Basically, quick video in transit on my way back from the fucking plantation. Couple things I was just thinking about is that they're all pompous, man. You know, all the heathens are pompous, and this is why, this place, part of the reason why this place is prophesied to be destroyed, and it is going to be destroyed. America will be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Thus saith the Bible. Thus saith the scriptures, man. And we could prove it. We proved it, day in and day out, week in and week out. We prove it, and we continue to prove it. You got a lot of brothers out there as well. A lot of men out there as well that's waking up to the truth, waking up that we are the lost tribe of Israel, the lost tribe of Israel. See, a lot of people don't, those so-called Israelis, right? Or the Jewish, people, they're not the real Jews. The scripture said that the Israelites would be lost. Them people, first of all, them people, after when have they ever been lost? When have they, and they've been, when have they ever been lost? They haven't been lost. They know who they are, right? They know who they are. They haven't been. When have they ever been in captivity? They haven't been in captivity. You can't compare the Holocaust to the slavery of the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and the Latinos. You can't. Okay, you can't compare it. Shit, I mean, just the trip over here, you can't even compare the Holocaust to that. Okay? You can't compare the poverty level of Jake versus those Israelis. And another thing, they're all from the tribe of Judah. What about, where's Issachar? Where's Gad? Where's Simeon? Where's Levi? Right? Where's the priest at? Where's, since y'all got, the customs down and all this shit, right? So it's fault and it's holes in you guys' doctrine, right? In the scriptures, Revelations 3:9 and Revelations 2:9, it clearly tells you. Obadiah 1 all the way down clearly tells you your judgment. You understand? You guys are getting ready to be judged, period, because of the way you rule society, because of, look at the shit. Look at all the homosexuality in the world. Look at all the whoredom in the world through these women, right? Sometimes you gotta sit and think, fuck, you can't really even blame these hoes because they're followers. You know what I mean? They're followers, in a society to where, in a wicked ass society. But at the same time, you can't blame them because they had the chance to show their ass and they shown it. They had the chance. They have the chance to show their ass and they shown it. If they truly didn't want to be whores, they wouldn't be whores. But it's that's the popular thing. That's the trend thing. But a lot of these bitches, when they get older, and alone and lonely, they get to realize and they hit that wall, right? Which they all do. Because notice, women, most of them age like milk. You know what I mean? Men is really have the beauty, if you so to speak, if you think about it, right? Because we don't need all these extra fabricated ass products to make us look good. We don't need filters to make us look good. We don't need implants and all kind of bullshit to make us look good. No, we naturally look good. Even look at the animal kingdom, like the brother always said. The brother talks about. He said, look at the animal kingdom. The male always look better than a woman. You know what I mean? The male is the lead. The male is the prize. And a lot of men is starting to wake up to know that. Okay? A lot of men are starting to, stop being pussy beggars, man. The only pussy beggars is those old white motherfuckers, man, who can pay for it. But now men is putting their fucking foot down all throughout the world. But back to what I was saying, right? You got a lot of people, right, that's waking up to the truth. Like a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, I should say, you had a Jake, I think he was riding his bike by, and he was like, one of the brothers yelled at, hey, you know who you are? And he was like, yeah, he was like, yeah, Shalom. You know what I mean? And I think that happened more than once, you know what I mean? And you recently had this Hall of Fame speech that I watched yesterday. I forget his name, man. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame, ceremony, but I watched, one of the friends of the prophets had called me yesterday and was like, hey, did you see that speech? And he was real hyped about the speech or whatever. And I'm like, oh, let me watch it or whatever. So I watched it, and you know, at the end of it, I mean, he had the names wrong and all that. You know, he was saying the J word and all that. And I mean, he had a zeal, but not according to knowledge. And I think he spoke, you know, he spoke gibberish at the end of his speech. You know what I mean? And you know, he had a zeal. You know, Jake, you know, entry level, not even entry level, but just, you know, he didn't have a name right, but he had an idea, I should say. You know, but if you look in the comments of the video, you can see, like, you know, people, or one particular person that I saw was like, oh, another brother that's woke, you know, which he wasn't all the way woke, but you can tell he's been exposed to the truth, you know, and a lot of people have been exposed to the truth. And this is the benefit of preaching and teaching, you know what I mean? This is the benefit of staying down and staying, you know, keep pushing Yahweh Shai, because, you know, before this place gets, you know, brought down, nobody can say that, you know, we wasn't out there. You know, you can't say that we didn't have works. You can't say I didn't have works. You can't say that I didn't tell you, you know, what it was, because I told you what it was. We told you what it was, week in and week out, day in and day out. You know what I mean? So there's going to be no excuse in this time to come, man. So if you're not with it, and you're not going, if you're not with it, then you're just not with it. You know what I mean? That's why scriptures say, you know, choose this day who you gonna serve. You're gonna serve Yahweh Shai. You're gonna serve I think it says the gods of the Amorites, right? Who was on the other side of the flood. You know what I mean? So, because those other gods lead to death, you know what I mean? And they're no gods. We serve the true power, the power who made everything, you know? And that's what makes us beautiful, because as a people, because we serve the creator who created all things, and these heathen serve the creation. You understand? They worship moon, stars, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Moon, stars, galaxies, months, days, and shit like that. You know, planets. They serve shit like that. See, we serve the creator of the elements in the world. That's the difference. You know what I mean? That's the difference. And not everybody can serve Yahweh Shai. Heathens can't serve Yahweh Shai. It's not everybody. It's not an all. You can't, listen, man. One thing I always say, right? You can't throw a rock and hide your hand. You motherfucking heathens threw more than rocks. You can't kill us and then apologize for it. You know what I mean? And you can't kill us through your fucking work and your policies and try to turn around and slick apologize for it and say, oh no, I'm sorry. I just, you know, I want to be in the kingdom as well. And it don't work like that. Fuck no. It don't work like that. The first shall be last. You know what I mean? The first shall be last. You understand? The first shall be last. Period, man. You know what I mean? The first shall be last. You motherfuckers gonna be last because you are in head right now, and it was your blessing to have the fatness of the earth and a sword, and you do use your military. You know, you do have the fatness of the earth, which is cool, not a problem. You know what I mean? But in a time to come, you will be in subjection. You will be in slavery. Thus saith the scriptures. You don't believe me? Read Isaiah the 60th chapter on down. That's a whole chapter full of nothing but captivity for you heathens, man. You know, and then after your captivity, you could go ahead and read Obadiah and see what's going to happen to you. You understand? Even the Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, will tell you what. Y'all know what's going to happen to you. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just tell brothers, hey, keep pushing, man. We all got to keep going. You know, shit getting tough, shit getting tricky. Keep fighting those demons, man. Fighting them. Don't submit to them. Just keep fighting them. You know, fighting them. Fight them bitches, man. You know, they're going to keep coming because we in this flesh. But fight them. Keep fighting them. You know what I mean? Fight them until we get that new body. You know? Until we get that new body, man. You know, and spirits are subject unto us. And our name is written in heaven. Lord willing, I'll be part of one of those men. But, you know, Lord willing, you sincere Icon is as well. But, yeah, just quick video in transit. Couple things I just, you know, want to speak about and get off my chest. The pomp of this place will be brought down, man. Thus saith the scriptures. The pomp of these heathens will be brought down in due time. Sooner than later, you know. So hold what you have until Yahweh shall come. I go from me as well. So with that, man, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makakwadash. I want to tell you brothers, keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.